Are you scared of Lennox Lewis, granddad? Don't touch me. I will call Lennox. Something in KELL BROOK that you did not like for yourself.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And deep down, Amir KAHN, I'm saying it right now. You were afraid. You didn't want that smoke. Because you can't tell me that's how you teach people lessons. What kind of teacher is that, bruv? Man's trying to do Zoom lessons when we weren't even in the pandemic, fam. What is that, bruv? No, bruv. Man's doing online learning, bruv.
You're in the business where you can legally beat people up.
And
but the lesson you chose to teach him was that you ain't gonna get the contract. The hell out of here, man.
Get out. Weak, bro. Weak sauce, bruv. You know that water sound?
Yo, look. I can do it like money made, glamorous ting. 12 round unanimous ting. Casual fans on the analyst ting. That ain't KG and Travis's ting. That's undefeated, undisputed like Lennox. Do it on points, jab your head off. Who tried to say that AJ fell off? Must have never had Nigerian.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with 2 undefeated fighters.
Chatting it up. Bro, what's your tail of the tape, fam?
Gee, I'm 0-0, fam. That's it. That's it. No more, bro. I want to fight.
What?
Can't be bothered, innit? But seriously, what's your tail of the tape? Gee, I've had enough, fam. That's what it is. That's the settings right now. I want another announcer to add to, like, I want a real one, though. Announcer versus announcer, fam. Let's do it.
Announcer versus announcer.
Announcer versus
hold
announcer.
On. Who you calling out Johnny Nelson?
Why would you bring me in there with Johnny?
That sounds like you're calling out Johnny Nelson, bro.
No, you're...
The Ingle gym versus the Undefeated gym.
No. Why?
We need to get a gym first. You versus... Hold on. It could be you, Carl Froch. You like Carl Froch.
Bro.
Outside on the cobbles.
You're bad vibes.
What do you mean? You said you wanted to fight an announcer.
No, but I was just hoping you was going to go like...
What, like Teddy Atlas or someone old?
Man, boy, Big Teddy.
Big Teddy Atlas. Is that who you want to bring out of retirement?
Nah.
Who are you thinking of? Who do you have your...
I don't know.
You had somebody in mind.
I must have had someone in mind still.
It
ain't connected yet. It ain't
Adam
connected
Smith.
But you know Paulie Malignaggi?
Paulie Malignaggi? Yeah, you
I don't want to fight him. I don't want to fight him.
Could be a good scrap.
He's going to mash someone up.
The weight advantage, you got the good size. So there's like, it's a conversation. After what Logan Paul did to Floyd, you could say, raw, KG's, what, 16, 17, 18?
Stop this nonsense,
versus
bro.
Malignaggi, he can bet at 147.
Stop this. I've had enough.
I like that fight.
I don't know where this went. What's your tail of the tape?
I like that fight.
I'm
going to put that out there. What do you guys think? If you'd like to see KG take on Paulie Malignaggi, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. How do you see the fight going? Does KG's aggression have enough to outwit the experience of Paulie Malignaggi?
No.
Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Gee, what's your tail of the tape, man? Just started bad problems for me, bro.
I'm 2-0, bro.
2-0? Talk to me. How'd that happen?
50% knockout rate.
Yeah? What was that?
Bro, what can I say? That was in front of a capacity audience. If I tally up the guest list and people up 17,000.
17,000?
Yeah.
Guest list was strong then, bro.
No, the guest list was like 60. I just had to make sure I added that. So I had the correct number for it.
The maths. No, you did that. Come on for yourself, bro. All right, just to go in, people, I know we probably haven't said it yet, but you need to like, subscribe, and share this. Share this thing. It's very important that you do that. That's your job. That is your job. Like, subscribe, share it.
That's right.
Come on, we see us. We're growing. You see the subscribers coming up,
bro. Look at us. We're over 2,000 subscribers. Like,
this is
calmly.
It. And just to get us excited, man. There's fights coming. You know, we got a live coming up.
Oh, we do.
We got a live coming up.
We do.
We're gonna see Frank Warren snake the thing.
Frank Warren's gonna be in his bag.
Watch Frank Warren that night. Yeah, because Frank Warren, the way Lyndon and Yard are gonna pass each other with the cameraman being there, you know, it's gonna look like Love and Hip Hop-ish.
It's gonna be
lovely.
You
know when they meet in the shops or in the restaurant,
yeah,
and suddenly somehow there's just water just there, ready to be thrown. I'm telling you right now, yeah. I don't know how Frank Warren's gonna do it, but I know there's gonna be a setup.
There's going to be a moment where Yard and Arthur are going to be communicating with each other. I don't know if it's going to be face to face.
Yes.
But I know after Yard's fight, and the questions are going to be all about Arthur.
Yeah.
After Arthur's fight, same for Yard. Like, he's going to be answering questions about Yard.
I think it'll be more messy than that. I just think Frank Warren is going to do something that everyone's going to be at home like, I can't believe he did that.
There's always a moment like that on a Frank Warren show.
Always.
Sometimes it's just a case of, is that a church hall? Like, why are the lights still on? Like, there's no atmosphere here. It could be one of those.
No, but you know what? I'm going to say this now.
Go on, talk to me.
Frank Warren will surprise us.
I think
we're going to see not the zone level, but like,
I don't know. The fact that you mentioned the zone level, straight away I'm like, oh, that Canelo.
No, not the zone. We're gonna see. What production we're gonna get. We're gonna get lights off.
Okay,
yeah?
We'll see.
We're gonna get lights off.
He does like the church hall.
We're gonna get strobe lighting as well.
Oh, some strobes. Okay,
strobe lighting.
Will there be lasers?
Mate, what's the lasers for?
I don't see the benefit.
But we will get. I promise you, on the main fight, there will be fireworks. Okay. Not like fireworks in the fight. I mean, literal fireworks.
No.
There will be fireworks. As the guy comes out,
I promise
there will be fireworks.
There will be none on a Frank Warren show. But we can watch with excitement and see what happens. But no.
I'll be watching out for fireworks.
Listen, I'm looking forward to that fight because I'm looking at the whole yard camp and everything. Yeah. It looks better for me.
Yeah.
Like James Cook being like the new trainer they got in there.
I want to see it.
Tunde's energy seems different. The whole camp seems a lot more focused.
I'm really excited to see the return of Yard. I think this, it should just be, I just want excitement. I want to see a super quick knockout. I want that quick work to, almost force Lyndon, without talking to Lyndon, force him to respect in your performance. Force him, get his attention with a devastating knockout because this guy's not really on his level.
I genuinely think that Yard doesn't have to do anything to get Lyndon's attention. Lyndon, remember, Lyndon's won the fight, yeah? Mm-hmm. But no one's treating Lyndon like he won the fight.
I know.
No one looks at Lyndon and thinks, yeah. Like, it's not really, obviously in the boxing world and, everybody, they see, yeah, cool, yeah, he won the fight and this and that. But he didn't take his, when you take someone's world.
You take your world, yeah.
Floyd took Oscar De La Hoya's world and he was
in a bad way.
I'm the money man.
Yeah.
He hasn't done that. He's going to have to do it again. And I don't think he thinks he can do it again.
What if there's a wicked performance from Lyndon? I mean, we see something even better than he was against Yard. Would that matter? Would that do anything?
Would that do anything for us? It would have to happen in the Yard fight. Because I think they're both fighting tune-up
fights. Can't even happen in this fight, really.
Well, to be okay, cool. So if Yard comes and demolishes this guy that he's fighting, does that make you change your perception on Yard? Does Arthur come out and demolish that guy? Like, these are guys that they're tune-ups for.
What? No, but where Yard has an advantage is he has the unknown entity thing that where he can say, well, I've changed things, and now we're looking at Yard's fight to say, oh, let's see what the changes were. Lyndon can't really argue that because I'm with the same person. I'm just doing me.
Well, my thing is, when I watched that fight, Yard, you're right. Yard does still have the unknown thing because it's I didn't really start trying to get you out of here until round 12.
Yeah.
So it's going to be different on many levels.
Levels.
Whereas Arthur, I've watched Arthur's fights back to see what else is there. They talk about the hand being injured, but I was like...
And this is it. We get to see him without the injured hand, right?
I went back and watched those fights. There's I forget the guy's name. Black guy, blue shorts, I believe it was. Anyway, he's fought this dude. And it's I'm looking at the Arsenal and I'm thinking to myself, I don't see much more. This is kind of how you fight still.
Okay, you're saying he's still kind of shy with it.
He's a very jab-heavy fighter.
Oh, no, they say he's got the best jab one of the best jabs in boxing.
It's amazing. Yeah. But what I'm saying is there isn't this depth that people are trying to sell, if he had both hands. I'm he doesn't really use that right heavy like that. So, for me, I feel like we've seen more of Lyndon Arthur than we've seen of Yard. And I think that's a weird place for Arthur going into the second fight. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see these men back because this division again. I saw Dan AZEEZ. He's trying to get out there, get his voice heard again. That's the person. I expect Dan to show up. I want Dan because Dan knows he's in the mix. His name, you can't ignore Dan.
So he should show up. He should be there, just causing a scene.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's just
causing a scene, ringside, causing a scene. Because if they're allowing other people to cause a scene. If I'm Dan AZEEZ and Dan AZEEZ, if you're watching, bro, go to that fight and make some noise because you're being overlooked. Dan, you're being overlooked, and it's wrong, bruv. And now go and make them hear you. Do you know what I mean? That's my energy, bro. Force them to say, you know what, Raw, because what more does he need to do as well?
Boy, I mean, for me, you know, if we're doing excitement, if he started showing up and talking trash, then it'd be crazy.
Go there.
That's how we came to
That's how we
to
met
know
Dan.
Yeah.
Go there and say, you man here, and it's a bit mad because you kind of know Yard. So Yard will be like, raw, you done me kind of. And it's like, end of the day, it's no friends, bro. We're coming out of a pandemic. We're outside. People are outside. You need to get outside and start letting people hear you, fam. Nah, bruv. Energy's changing, fam, because you got to take it now. What the game, you can wait and be the good guy, but not anyone can just do that.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
You got to keep that same energy for Boatsy, bro.
Boatsy's the golden goose, though.
Is he?
He is the golden goose. Eddie Hearns extremely happy with what's going on with Boatsy.
It might be time for Boatsy to have a domestic fight and really start to...
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Let man know who's number one then.
As long as Eddie Hearn, no, because it's like Dan needs what... You see how Eddie Hearn loves Boatsy? He loves him. Like, we can see all the mark, everything just says, oh, that's my guy. Do you know what I mean? He's fine. Now, if Dan Aziz was loved like that, I would say, no, chill, bro. Everything's fine. But it's not. That's the
something
thing.
extreme needs to take place.
Something extreme needs to take place for just the game to change. For the man them to say, because we need to hear his name again. If it's not us, if it's not for us right now, in this moment, it's not like I've spoken to Dan. I just thought about it. I was like, nah, bruv. I remember the last time they're trying to mug him off, bruv, when he's asking for, he's saying, Raw, what next? What do I need to do? Nah, again, that energy, we're finished with that. Now, it's take it by all costs. And I remember talking to Craig, and he said, even Eddie was surprised when I said, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
And Craig now, like, I see Craig in Marks and Spencer's the other day, bruv. Rolex on, just looking like that guy. I saw him, I said, very good. Do you know what I mean? You took a roll of the dice, and Eddie, like, you usually might not have got this moment. Your stock went up. Dan, bro, get the hell out there, fam. And then force these man, Frank Warren, there's not going to be a lot of security there, fam. You can get in.
What are you saying? It's a couple of mates. Fight breaks out with professional fighters and a couple of mates are stepping in.
Couple of mates on the door, bro.
All right, let's get into the comments from last week's
Let's go.
episode. Shouts out to Ade, man, from last week, man.
Drop a bump for Ade, please.
That was a great conversation. Great conversation. The guys loved it as well. There's a comment here from Brummy Boxing fan. This show needs to be on the zone. Ade and the boys chatting it up.
Yeah, it's real. It should be. Actually, on that, I'm still waiting. I'm keeping my eyes to the streets. Let that Trojan horse get in, fam. Just saying.
We've got Said Master. He said, man, the energy of this, I've discovered it's too late. Ade is needed here more often. Fire emojis.
Let's go. I've got one. There you go. John Long says, banging episode. Can listen to Ade talk all day. Can't lie. I fell off a while back. My cryptos are taking a hammering.
Oh, bro. I sympathize, fam. Oh, man. Hold on for dear life. Huddle gang.
This is it. Things at home with the missus wasn't the best, but we back, baby. Wicked.
Hey,
Keep up the good work.
happy
And
to
listen,
hear that,
I
bro.
hope it all works out with the missus and everything, man. Big
For
up
real.
yourself, man.
For
And
real.
crypto, bro. It's not easy, fam. It's not easy world. It's not easy world,
Up
fam.
and down. Mad K27, this podcast is extremely underrated, man. You guys deserve so much more exposure. I never get
you.
bored of watching. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
Let me read this good vibes one. Football with Shig says, love this show, man. You man of quality. Thank you.
Simple, straight to the point. I enjoy that. What else we got? We got
Oh, sugar! Someone just said I'm reading that. Lennox Okoto, KG is right. 100 pound that Garcia beats Tank. Travis, what you saying? Tank is 5'6". Garcia's floored by Campbell, but he wasn't seriously hurt. Drop a bomb, please. That's his point. That's his opinion. Oh, yeah.
Nah, I think Tank beats him.
Can't really do much with that response, innit? You just got.
I disagree, bro.
I love that. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get stuck in.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of love in the comments. Appreciate it, guys. Enough respect. All right.
Listen, I might as well. My man came back.
Oh, you had beef. Okay, go on.
Well, you know,
I'll let you
let's
respond.
go. So DTE says, you guys bang on about race way too much. Covert racist.
Raw.
Yeah, that was strong, innit? Like, he just came out there, just tried to empty the clip.
So racist, you know?
We're racist, but like undercover. Like,
is there more
on
to
the slide.
exchange?
No, so I came back and said, I'd love you to go deep into this comment. Explain. Not a critique, but I'm genuinely interested. For myself, happy to read in the comments, happy to read the comment or on Monday Night Smoke, yeah? Whatever your stance, what stance have we taken that you disagree with, you know? He came, KG, there's a blatant black bias constantly. I get you want to see representation, although I feel that it shouldn't really be such a focus from someone, especially someone who doesn't care about race. But if you stop and look around, we are a smaller percentage of population. Yet when you look around, we are on every advert, on every show. And every show now, the focus is constantly being thrust on us. Wait, hold on, let me finish this. Sorry. Is he one? Wait, hold on. Travis, sorry. I want to read this properly. Do you mind quickly taking over in this one? Yeah, because I don't want my dyslexia to kick in. I do a bad job, bro.
No worries. All right, cool. So he says...
I don't want to know where he's from.
There's a blatant black bias constantly. I get you want to see representation, in brackets, although I feel that shouldn't really be such a focus for someone, especially someone who doesn't care about race, close bracket. But if you stop and look around, we are a smaller percentage of the population. Yet when you look around, we're on every advert, every show, the focus is constantly being thrust on us. Yet there are still some of us saying we want more. Even though, like I said, we are a small minority population-wise, it shouldn't be this way. We need to accept where we are located in the world and accept the fact of life that we are the minority and deal with it. Now, when I say covert racist, I don't mean you hate white people, because that's obviously not true. But the bias for the black people is worrying. I'm from a mixed race background myself, and I feel we are personally being overrepresented, if anything, considering our population percentage. I've never understood the mindset of wanting to see more people like me. It seems very narrow-minded to the fact of how the world works. Imagine white people in Africa banging on about wanting to be plastered everywhere in their culture, or white people in Asia, for example. It feels like we're trying to tear down culture of our location to suit ourselves. It's not the way. I find his points and stance quite fascinating because, yeah, I find it fascinating. I mean, I don't want to.
We're not going to do that one, but that is
because
that's interesting.
There's so much to unpack in this conversation.
There's too much.
It's going to become a different podcast.
There's too much to unpack in that because again,
you know what? This is going to be one of the ones where I say, you know what? Just go back to that comment and I'm going to respond in the comment.
Yeah?
Yeah, rather than we take more time.
Because that's crazy.
Yeah, it on many levels, but I think it's just, I'll just leave it there in text for people to go back and look at the episode rather than us take up time of this episode with this comment here.
Wow, a lot to unpack. But bro, again, let me just say, thank you for coming back. Again, that's your perspective. That's how you see things. I see things quite differently. I will be in the comments as well. But yeah, big up yourself, fam. You don't want to see more of us. Cool.
Yeah, if that's how you feel,
cool.
I hear it.
I understand.
So let's move forward with progression. All right, let's do this. Not
too much progression.
Not too much. I'm going to leave halfway through this pod to equal the percentage of us in this country. That's what, 2%? So we'll do 2% of the content, then we'll just leave. How about that?
Do me a favor, please.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit.
Do you know, and I really want to be more respectful because that was his opinion. That's his opinion. And that's his opinion.
Yeah, I like different opinions, and he's taking time to write a message, so I'll take time to respond to that as well. But let's give the fans the content they want that they come here for. Amir KAHN has revealed that he didn't fight KELL BROOK in an interview on a podcast.
He's a snake.
He said he didn't fight KELL BROOK to teach him a lesson.
He's a snake. What is that? Wait. Travis?
So now my question is this.
What does that say to you?
Just before you start.
Go on.
Does Amir KAHN lose respect? Does his legacy lose respect with that movement? But go on, back to your point.
I want to ask you, Travis, what does those words mean to you right now? What does it mean? How do you feel about those words that he's come out? Because you know my stance. My stance is go ahead first.
If you don't fight me to teach me a lesson, That's nonsense, bruv. I think you're just disguising. You're trying to create a narrative that protects your legacy,
bro.
Simple as that.
I say you jump off the cliff, fam. We're not even gonna do this mess around thing. Listen, Amir Khan, yeah, big man. You don't teach a man a lesson when you can teach him in the ring. Yeah,
thank you.
Your job, punch him in his face. That's boxing. Teach him a lesson physically. You're trying to say, "Oh, I'm trying to teach you a lesson financially." Bro, what the hell's wrong with you?
You are a fighter, bro.
Take his courage.
You know how Mike Tyson and Lennox used to teach man a lesson? They'd put hands on these people, bruv.
Wait, no, hold on. Bring it back, bruv. Do you know what's what's confusing about you, Mr. Amir Khan, yeah, is there's other people in life that you should be teaching lessons, bruv. There's other people that you should be showing his energy in, but this, and you know what it was? It's fear. That's all I've learned. Everything you're saying right now, and you're trying to reframe the narrative.
That's
big
right.
man, fight him now.
That's
you taught
right.
him a lesson. You've taught him your lesson. He's not going to make the same money that he could have made. This could have been a super fight. Bro, it's not what the math ain't mathing. We've heard it over and over again.
And what did that do to your legacy?
Well,
how do we let's look at it like this, because we've long figured out Amir Khan's like policy for this stage, the last stage of his career, where it's like no domestic fights.
Yep.
Only fight internationally, because your stock value gets destroyed if you lose to another UK man.
And it's a liberty.
So you've done the Terence Crawford thing, Canelo in, they're non-competitive bouts.
I look good fights.
That's
I look
right.
good. No matter what, I still look brave.
I don't lose any stock by losing to these guys.
I'm brave.
So you just done this over and over again just to give us the same speech about how you think you can do it and you got enough speed to get it done, when you had a palpable opponent for years that you just dodged.
Listen, bro, I put on weight. What are you talking about? I put on weight and took on Canelo, the most dangerous guy out here.
Listen, again, it falls under the same thing.
I'm
not saying that you were too scared to fight tough fights, but there was something in KELL BROOK that you did not like for yourself.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And deep down, Amir Khan, I'm saying it right now, you were afraid. You didn't want that smoke. Because you can't tell me that's how you teach people lessons. What kind of teacher is that, bruv? Man's trying to do Zoom lessons when we weren't even in the pandemic, fam. What is that, bruv? No, bruv. Man's doing online learning, bruv.
You're in the business where you can legally beat people up. But the lesson you chose to teach him was that you ain't going to get the contract. The hell out of here, man.
Get out. Weak, bro. Weak sauce, bruv. You know that water sound? That's you, fam. Without the weight, fam. Get out of here, bruv.
Yeah, no.
How dare he, fam? Nah, man. Do you know how long KELL BROOK was looking for that man, bruv? He's in Sheffield, bruv.
So let's look at their story, yeah? I think they're both each other's worst enemy in this situation. You got Amir Khan trying to teach him a lesson to disguise the fact that he just didn't want that fight. KELL BROOK was too obsessed with the Amir Khan fight. He was too obsessed. Like, he literally put his career on hold to a certain degree,
bro, the man,
for that fight. No, I hear what you're saying.
Up north beef.
No, good for him. Cool, they wanted the fight. Cool, you could want the fight as bad as you want, bro. But your career still has to move forward if the fight don't come.
I understand.
And my issue with KELL BROOK is that you put so much energy into this thing.
Because I could beat him.
You didn't get to do much else.
He got under his skin. For him to want to teach him a lesson, that you know that a lot was said in front of the cameras, behind the scenes.
I'm going to get KELL BROOK's career, his box rec up on the screen for me right now, yeah? But when he fought Golovkin...
Yeah.
If my memory serves me well, and you know what, let me not even rely on my memory. I got the box rack here.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's go back to when he fought Golovkin. He had just fought Kevin Bizier for the IBF world title, right?
Yeah.
Decent fight. Cool. Frankie Gavin before that.
Yeah.
Sean Porter had happened already. Beat Sean Porter. So the stock was good.
Mm-hmm.
But he never had the name on there.
Yeah.
When he fought Golovkin, there was a desperation to do something with his career because the Amir Khan fight weren't coming.
Yes.
So that means there's a lot of like, I'm not really making smart moves at this point.
Yes.
Now I'm just thinking, you know what? Let me do something because nothing's coming.
Yeah.
Then you go and get in there with Golovkin, change the direction of your career entirely.
Everything.
It wasn't a strategic move. It was a saving thing for, like, more of a favor to Eddie Hearn if we're really going to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Eubank was supposed to fight him. Everything was booked and that. Eubank pulled out. KELL BROOK stepped in. He wouldn't step in had he been making smart moves about his own career. But he spent so much time invested in the potential of the Amir Khan fight, and Amir Khan mugged him off like a dickhead and was just basically saying, don't worry about me, pal.
Amir Khan's bad
I'm over
mind.
here in America.
Amir Khan is bad mind.
It's deep.
That's what it comes down to, because I get that, yeah. But then,
this ain't all
what
Amir
about
Khan's
now?
fault, is all I'm saying.
I hear that, and you got to be responsible for your own career. 100%. But what about now? The money's not there. So, like, you can fight now and batter him. At least, almost, your lesson worked. You didn't give him the money when it was time to get the money. Now we can't get the big money, and I battered you. I took your soul. Do you know what I mean? Do it then. Do it. That's my thing. We've been waiting for this fight. I feel mugged off as a fight fan. And God, let Wilder, all these other ones, try that nonsense and say, I didn't fight him because. If Wilder walks away and says, let's say he wins and says, I didn't fight AJ because I wanted to teach him a lesson. What? But this is going to be, if we don't come down on this as fans, yeah, this will be the excuse that you get to roll out. Like, I know that, what's this man's name that is coming back? Threw his belt in the bin.
Riddick Bowe.
Riddick
Bowe's coming back, bro.
Riddick Bowe's coming back.
And the great word on the street is that he's coming back to face Lennox.
There you go. Why? Because of what he did. He knows that certain times in life...
No. Let's not do that. I reckon Riddick Bowe is coming back to boxing because of financial reasons.
You got
Lennox will be the one that's trying to deal with what happened. Because remember, Lennox wanted to fight back then. You remember the story?
I remember.
The Olympics, he walked up to their team and said, which one's Riddick Bowe?
Yeah.
I'm going to... Bro, that energy there, he's always wanted that fight.
No, but I think, you know when
Riddick Bowe threw his belt in the bin.
He threw his belt in the bin.
And I think he's only back for money. I don't think he's back because that throwing the belt in the bin haunts him.
You don't think that will stay with him?
Listen, I don't think it haunts him. I think he just, he needs a payday.
Come on, bro.
Payday. You want payday. I know that.
Telling you.
No, I don't just think it's payday. I don't think it's just payday. Because you can fight anyone. This Legends League is here. You can fight anyone and get a change.
That, but they're different animals. Lennox is a different animal to Riddick Bowe. You think there's anything in Lennox that would put a title in the bin? That man gets up for competition. Yeah, but what I'm saying is he gets up for competition, which is why he'd be motivated to fight Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe tried UFC,
But imagine,
he was doing MMA.
Hear me out now. Yeah? Because you know me, speculation. We know we're the speculation kings.
Cool.
Yeah? We're going to speculate right now.
All right, cool.
Obviously, Riddick Bowe must have a grandson that knows how to operate YouTube. Yeah? Grandson comes over one Christmas, says, with the iPad, firm iPad, it's a big iPad, comes over, says, Granddad, why'd you do that?
What, with the belt in the bin?
The belt in the bin. How do you explain to your grandson?
And you start telling him about the promoter.
You did that. Because your grandson is that, but was you scared? He said, no, I wasn't. I just didn't. But why would you not fight him after? I don't understand. Because I've got videos of him saying this about you, Granddad.
Were you scared of Lennox Lewis, Granddad?
Listen, I'm coming back. I say, little Timmy. Granddad's going to go right those wrongs.
He's going to go right the wrongs.
Granddad is back, bro. Call up Tyson. Legends League, let's go. I'm just saying, it's not as simple as we think. Because as you get older,
let's speculate on what a loss at this junction does for his mental space then. Because, yeah, you answered the question, but you didn't get the answer you was hoping for. Because if Lennox comes in and shuts him down again, not again, but obviously, again, because in the Olympics, that's how it went down.
Yeah.
So if he just batters him, what do you say to your grandson now? No, I know how that fight. You saw her.
No, your grandson's not going to ask you no more questions.
Your grandson not going to ask you. He's
going to just know. It's that moment when he's saying, we don't talk about this in this house.
You should have left that man alone, granddad.
Grandson changed his name to Lennox.
Grandson changed his surname to Lewis, He said, I don't want to be a Bowe no more. That's insane. But like when I look at that fight and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. How's this gonna go?
Riddick, I'm playing, bro.
No, yeah, for real. Should we?
We're just battering, bro. Don't take it to heart. I mean, you gotta say that sometimes.
I mean, yeah, but also, don't touch me. I will call Lennox. So.
Oh my god! You're not gonna do. I'm gonna dress up as a title so you can just leave me alone. Throw me in the bin.
You've gone too far.
Oh, is that too far?
Bro, he's from New York still. I got plans to go to New York.
I thought we were riffing.
I don't want Riddick Bowe problem. He said that.
I thought it was riffing, bro.
You went. I'm saying you went too far. I'm not with you at this point.
line?
No, because when I go to New York, I don't want to be worried about Riddick Bowe.
Bro, we both said mad things.
You did. I love Zeb Judah and all of the New York boxing fraternity. I think Mike Tyson is the, like, you know what I mean?
Come on, man. Let's keep it moving, though. But listen, Riddick Bowe, welcome back. This is a mad late welcome back, but
It's a mad welcome back.
you're here.
All right, you know what? Yeah, is it over for Deontay Wilder if he loses to Fury? Like, is it like retirement time?
I was thinking about that because the theatrics have gone up another level.
They've gone up to a different space. We've seen
know,
the weightlifting,
The weightlifting is crazy.
twerking. He's given us.
No,
He gave us silence at the press conference.
this is a real question to ask. I think this is a fair question. And I know people say, you guys stop doing that when a man loses. It's not over. Granted, UK style. I get that, but I think that the work that he's done in the disparaging of the Fury name, just how he's moved in this time, yeah? The only due course with everything that's been said is a severe knockout.
Yeah.
The only thing that can almost leave a statement in people's minds is a knockout, because everything else is nonsense. Because that means the man bested you twice. And he will try and say, well, you know, this time it was fair. No, it was fair the first time. But the funny thing is, why he won't leave is because that will be his argument. He'll say, at least this time it was fair. That's what's going to happen. And then we'll see him. Then we'll see him in the ring. But you know, I don't want him to leave, because I do want to see White fight him.
The thing is, it's not. I don't feel like it's necessarily, you know, he's knocking at the door of retirement if he loses to Fury again. Because, you know, as many losses as it is, you say he only lost to Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get over that hump.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes the case of many fighters' careers. Like, I don't think Roberto Duran beats Tommy Hearns like in any other fight. Just, yeah, I mean, that matchup was just nightmarish.
It's just next level. But the thing is, how much rubbish is the fighter talking? That's the
no, but it's not even that. It's just a case of you can't get over him. Do you see what I'm saying? There's some fighters you just ain't gonna beat.
You can't just beat. You're not.
That's just the story and how it goes. So I think there's still that argument where you say, all right, cool, but what's Wilder against Ruiz and what's Wilder against? Like, I think there's still more out there.
There's loads more in the tank, because I love boxing, innit? And I think there's space in boxing for Deontay Wilder. I want Wilder White bad. I want AJ.
Yeah.
I want
Wilder White more than...
I still want AJ to fight Wilder. Even if he loses, I just want to see it.
I know what you mean. I think it does have to happen, and you know that's the difference that from the old era to this era is that, you know, the loss didn't necessarily send you on a snowball down to the bottom of the mountain. Like, you just kind of knock back here and you mix up with him, and then now you're back in the conversation. And I feel like that could be the case. Like Deontay versus Dillian White, there's credence there. Dillian beats him, now he's top 3.
There you go.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it can still move on if these guys have the desire to keep it going.
Even what's his name as well? Again, another fighter that kind of gets, because you put Deontay Wilder, if he loses, you now make him the new gatekeeper. I think that's a wonderful gatekeeper.
He's a crazy gatekeeper.
I think he's a wonderful, because that tells me you're ready. Do you know what I mean? If
Dubois gets through Deontay Wilder, then I'll say,
ready.
okay, you're ready to go.
We can put down Chisora, because Chisora, again, very dangerous, venomous. If Chisora says it's lights out, I'm talking lights out for gatekeeping.
Okay, cool.
Not for that. Excuse me, them man.
Yeah. I hear
talking gatekeeper level. Like, look after this gate, fam. Yeah,
he's the ones.
He's the man. But at some point, we gotta say, Chisora, you know what I mean? You've done a good job, but you gotta give someone else the keys right now. Yeah, like that's the guy that's gonna decide who can come through here, who's ready. And a lot of man won't get through. A lot of man, like, are we gonna put Dubois through?
Dubois might get sparked off.
Finished. But then another guy that we can say,
Joyce.
What's my Joyce?
Joyce and Wilder.
I would love to see
that's an extreme night of heavyweight boxing.
I would love to see it. Do you know what I mean? And I think, again, but is Wilder got the ego to accept being the gatekeeper?
No, I think if he takes a fight like that, you know, after, say he loses and he takes that fight down, he's only doing that to come back up to the top. He's not going to be like, this is the level like Luis Ortiz and them, man. mid. Yeah, I mean, they're not really doing anything crazy. Them men have accepted that, you know, I might not get another shot again.
Yeah.
So I don't really see Wilder taking that stance. But
just on a deep dive though, has his men? Because we're getting to see glimpses of the Wilder mentality, right? Wilder is a person, just how he breaks stuff down, how he understands stuff. Now, Wilder's biggest thing is saying, and I think it's some of his projection. He said, a lot of people keep telling me I was depressed and I was this, I was that. He didn't call on me, he didn't check on me. I ain't depressed. I've got this, I've got that, I've got this. A lot of that, but it comes up in a lot of interviews where I don't know how it is stateside, but I didn't really hear too much Wilder's depressed. You know, I didn't really hear, that weren't a solid narrative over here. Over again,
I reckon the silence for them was more deafening, because of how much of him they consume over there.
Okay.
Like, his army of supporters, LDBC, those guys keep Wilder at the forefront in conversation. So to hear nothing from him was very out of character.
So now the flip side of it is he's armed himself, he's protected, let's say he shielded himself with the fabrication of cheating. Yeah. How does he manage it when we're seeing the Wilder ego now fully for what it is? Can you really see him overcoming a loss?
Well, I mean,
could you see him saying, I got beaten by the better man? Could you really see with how he sounds and all of the lies, bro? Because a lot of things were made up.
I think if we didn't see it this time around, it's not going to come. That's the truth. I think he's one of those people that needs to believe that he is the all-being, all-seeing fighter that in his mind. Like, he needs that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, Emperor's New Clothes. Like, he needs to be surrounded by people that tell him what he wants to hear, even if it's absolute foolishness.
Because he's got the line, what's real doesn't need to be explained or something, or something like that. Like,
that's what, like, you know those people that's, like, mad woke to the point where it's like they're asleep?
Yeah.
Like, them man, they will tell you 5G is the cause of everything, and it's just like, all right, how do you know? Bro, do your research. Do your research. And you're like, okay, what did you research? Bro, I took the time to do my research, and that's why you should do yours. It's like, bro, you haven't given me any info. He sounds like one of them, man.
Yeah, listen.
It's unfortunate.
I'm very interested to see what happens, because he's a very, it's an enigma. You know what I mean?
But you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, he should be commended for getting as far as he has gotten with the skills and experience.
With the skill set.
Like, he started boxing late.
Yes.
He's gifted with a right hand from summer, and he's held the belt for X amount of years. So, you know, we got to give some credit to...
There's some credit.
Even if the package is nuts, we got to say, well, you took that car and you drove to Dover, bro. So congratulations.
And got to Dover.
He drove to Dover from South.
Yeah. All right, so again, go through.
Yeah. So there's something I want to respond to here, right? There's a message that we got sent, and we haven't responded to it. Okay. I felt like, you know, sometimes, you know, things happen quietly. It's like the exchange started publicly, so we'll keep everything public.
Yes.
A few months ago on this pod, I took aim on certain boxing journalists. Yeah. Because I felt like I saw the narratives being built. Yeah. This was after the Pulev fight. I saw some journalists saying, "Oh, AJ was scared to call out Fury," and and I was like, "So this is how these convos start, and Fury gets to be the hero in every which way you look at the, do you know what I mean, or the boogeyman." And one of the guys I called out Ian Dark, and I called out Adam Catterall by name. So anyway, over this weekend, received a message from Adam Catterall.
Come on, Adam.
I'm gonna read it out.
Come on down. Very surprising.
It says, "Gents,
yeah.
Hope this message gets to you. Just wanted to reach out and say I enjoyed watching your show."
Drop a bomb.
He said there's a lot of bland, same old stuff in this space. It was refreshing to see your energy. Another bomb. He says, when I see stuff like this, I feel it's important, whether it's valued or not, to share my thoughts with the guys making it.
I love that.
He said, I was made aware that you guys have slagged me off in the past.
You made him aware. He snitched. I want to know he snitched.
I mean, to be fair, I said his name throughout the video. So, I guess we did, innit? So anyway, he goes, I was made aware you guys have slagged me off in the past. This is what I like. He goes, but so what? You're entitled to your opinion.
Come on.
I just wanted to encourage you to keep doing your thing, and I wish you all the best with your podcast.
Big energy. Big energy. Big energy.
And you know what? I read that
energy.
message and I was like, I respect that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
you have to.
Yeah, it was different because my stance hasn't changed.
Yeah.
But like he said, so what? Like,
yeah,
this is better for the sport, basically. Do you know what I mean?
You need different voices, but not too many voices. Let's not do that.
Just 2%.
Let's not do that.
No, but for real,
I feel really bad about that. That's this guy's
Adam,
opinion.
Respect, bro.
Big
Appreciate
up. Drop a bomb for him, man.
Say big up. Say respect.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to have that conversation. You know what I mean? From that, I'd still like to have that conversation with you.
Yeah.
Either on your pod.
You're always welcome.
Either on your pod.
You always know.
Yeah,
bro,
you can take a seat.
And they sat there.
That's right.
Listen, actually, a message to the boxing world. You want to, you think Trevor X is chatting shit or I'm chatting shit? Come and sit down.
Open to the
Do you know
conversation.
what I mean? Always open to the conversation. Even boxing. Do you know what will be mad? I would love to hear what Eubank has to say.
Eubank, Junior?
What a show.
Eubank Junior versus you. After every... Listen, I'll tell you right now, when that
you
interview...
always delete yourself from the thing, you know?
Bro, I want that man to be a champion.
But you still said, that's your steez, isn't it?
Wow.
You do this thing where you say, I want to be a champion, but I believe you're only good at... Bro, we asked you, what's he good at? Pads.
Listen,
that's mad. How mad is that? How mad is that?
You don't get to take the narrative and just do what you want with it. You just don't get to take...
Bro,
listen,
you're not doing
when
that
Eubank
no
Junior
more.
comes, I'm going to get an archive of everything you've said about the Phantom, the Chrysler.
I said
all
it.
of that.
I
Yeah,
said, I know what I said. I own it.
Cool.
I asked you...
You're going to sit
what
here
the hell
and he's
is
going
he
to look
good
at this.
Bro, I asked you in front of the
He's going
whole
to squint
world.
his eyes and
Yeah.
he's going to turn up his collar and he's going to absolutely mash you to pieces.
Why
And if you think I'm going to help...
But why do you think he's got to turn up his collar, though? Why do you say that?
I just did it for the effect of set the scene. Look, man, we're both gonna have to answer to our crimes at the end of the day. No, but for real,
I want us both. If there's crimes, we are both guilty. Like, you actually drove the car at least.
Adam Catterall,
Like, I robbed the bank. You
you're
drove the car.
invited to sit with us on this pod so we can have that conversation about
Everyone.
Yeah, let's talk about
Adam
the
is
Fury
fully
Fury
right.
narrative.
Yeah. I would love to have
That'd be
that
nice.
conversation and just come and just kick you with us. Why not? Let's see how it goes.
For real. Yeah. So let's move on. So all right, Canelo is basically saying that, you see, he's supposed to be fighting Caleb Plant.
Yep.
He could be replacing Plant with BETERBIEV or BIVOL, light heavyweight, fam. And BETERBIEV has a 100% knockout rate. And we saw BIVOL fight the other day.
Yep.
I'll be honest, I'm still backing Canelo in those fights.
Wait, it's BETERBIEV? Really?
Yep.
So, don't you think that's a bit of it's drastic for Canelo to do the BETERBIEV thing? Like, BIVOL, again, that's the problem with boxing, you know. You're not like you're as good as your last fight, but when you're like, you don't look as dangerous as I thought you was.
When I'm looking at, what were you talking about BIVOL?
BIVOL, yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about boxing.
I won't say he didn't look dangerous. I think Craig Richards did a great job.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Got to give credit to Craig here. But I'm looking at this, I'm thinking to myself, the way Canelo looks today, this is prime Canelo.
BETERBIEV, though.
I hear you, man. I really do.
Don't you think that's their stepping? Their steppings.
All right. So then we get to say things like this. BETERBIEV ain't been in there with Canelo before.
But he's comfortable there.
He ain't been in there with Canelo before. Like, what Canelo is doing in boxing right now has got me saying, how high is the ceiling?
So you're saying he's touchable?
No. What I am saying is, Canelo is right now looking like he's untouchable, fam. Obviously, Floyd was touching him, so we know that he is touchable. But as a private joke, we won't.
All right, cool. I love it.
But what I'm saying is, Canelo, for me, I'm looking at Canelo, I'm like, this person here today, this Canelo, this guy, right?
Yeah.
Mexican Scarface. I don't see nobody beating him.
You know what?
What does BETERBIEV do when he gets touched with that left hook to the body? What happens there?
It's the body shots. It's the body shots. But then at the same time, it's like, He's just looking indestructible. That's the problem. The one issue is
he looks the hype, basically.
He looks indestructible. But the last time we saw him in a bad way, yeah, and not even a bad. That's the problem. Even in the Triple G fight that he lost, he wasn't in a bad way.
No, I mean you could say he was losing, but
he wasn't. But it wasn't like it was bad, if that makes sense. He was losing, but he didn't look like, damn, this is crazy.
I mean, overpowered. He took that shot, bang on the button, turned around, came back right.
But now when we add more weight, yeah, and BETERBIEV, how he, again, 100% knockout rate.
Maybe he just has one of those chins, bro, that just somehow he just stays in the game.
But then, again, mileage.
Now he's not out of mileage.
No, but again, as I'm just saying, there could be.
How old is Canelo Alvarez today? Let me get that Google up right now.
Not just old, but I'm talking he has fought a lot of rounds.
He has, but
so I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean?
He's
like
30 years old, brother.
He's taking the piss, bro.
He's 30 years old, right? What? He's fighting every 3 or 4 months. So we say that, okay, cool. We say about mileage.
Mm-hmm.
That's possible, but not at this stage. That mileage might tuck in from 32, 33.
Yeah.
Or you say, that's 3 months, every 3 months for 3 years.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot. But at this point, he's locked in. He's so in the zone right now. He's building and learning on these fights whilst in his prime, bro.
Yeah, and I'm forgetting he had that moment as well.
Fam,
the power
he just
from
got
that.
Bro, he just locked heads with Chavez Sr. He just got a new dad right there on TV in front of the world.
Yeah, that power, the transference of energy.
New DNA. We don't even know Canelo's real parents, but we don't need to now. We've got Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. That's his dad.
I want to know what Senior Canelo feels like, because he is furious.
Oh, yeah. He saw that father-son moment and was just like, I don't box.
No, but amazing. This is the thing. This is teaching him a lesson. This is coming back. This is righting the wrongs. Josh Warrington, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That is something that says,
Mauricio, Lara.
Mauricio. This is it. There's a difference, KAHN. Yeah? When it is, I don't care what anyone says. Josh said, that fight was crazy. Yeah? Epic, it was a shock loss for Josh. Yeah? Some other people say we weren't shocked.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been a shock. Someone, but, it might be. But
British bias in it.
Yeah.
But it was a shock loss. Yeah. Now, where you got to rate Josh is, he said, let's run it back, quick. He no warm ups, no messing around.
I don't know if that's the best thing. To be honest,
I think it's smart. I think Josh looked at it.
Smart. Why?
Because I look back at that fight and I'm like,
but he got dominated though.
He got dominated, but the guy is sloppy. He's not as there's many moments in that fight where it's not like, when you're like, I'm super outclassed. I know with a good training camp and I start to look at what you do bad, because there was stuff in there to show.
But, okay,
go ahead.
Here's the difference though. If you are a type of fighter,
yeah,
and I am the same type of fighter,
yeah, and
I do what we do better than you,
yeah,
rushing back into the ring with me is not your best option, bruv.
No, but if I surprise you, right, and then when I've lost, I'm in that Michael Jordan gym time. Like now you remember when
you took it personal?
Not just taking it personal, but when they lost and he said, "You guys, we're getting into the weight room." Like all the things that we did before, park that. That's gone. This how we was playing before. We don't win like that. Now Josh can say to himself, I'm gonna tear some things up, and I'm not gonna, because I know if I fight the same style, I'll be in trouble. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna add some more finesse to my fighting, because as he said, he hasn't. The guy that he fought, hasn't got the finesse. He's not a finesse. He can be hit. There's enough there for Josh to feel I can have some confidence.
The problem is,
yes,
and I'll be honest, he's 30 years old.
Yeah,
right. Becoming a different fighter at this stage of your career, like you are grooved into who you are.
Yeah.
Josh Warrington is one of those fighters that he doesn't have the crazy power.
Yeah.
But he has the style of someone who has crazy power. So he locks in, he really wants to trade. But Lara has that power.
Yeah.
So every time they both are in their bag,
yeah,
he's getting the better of those exchanges, because it's like, bro, I've got the bigger shots than you. My Mexican style of fighting is really, this is my house you're stepping into here. So for you to, at this stage of the day, become that boxer guy, nice and slick on it. I'm like, that's not a realistic thing.
No, I think you can just. It's to how much he was willing, how great of a listener he is. You know, the fighters with their coach, and if they can listen to their corner, because Josh says I believe Josh could win this fight if he's listening. You know, this is just how I
would love
feel.
to be able to
I'm
agree.
just saying that if he can listen to the corner and play it the way, again, some fighters, it works when you just fully listen to your corner, and the corner's like, okay, now to engage, now to stop. There has to be a game plan from beginning to end, and I'm talking marked out each round. Okay, this is what we're gonna do in this round. We might take our toll off in this round, not too much, but we're gonna steal it in the last 20 seconds. You're gonna do you, but we're not gonna do it for as long. Josh is almost, he fights all the rounds similarly. Like in terms of through the minutes, you're gonna see that one Josh. And I think if you can hold back and then go for it, picking your moments, maybe you might have some success.
I hear you. I just think it's a bad matchup for him. I think what we saw in the first fight, we did a live on that.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't think that's an easy fix. And I don't think it's the best stage of his career for him to be trying to do this whole remodeled game plan. I mean, I hope he can. It would be nice, but he doesn't have the attributes that I think he needs to have to do this. I respect him as a fighter, big time. But I just think Lara is going to come back again, and I'm
just hoping it's the return of the Joshes, fam. And all of them, literally, like Josh Taylor, like I'm talking like the man them just all return and say, hey, you know, I'm back. And on that, like,
speaking of Josh Taylor, go on.
Where's AVANESYAN, bro? What the hell has happened? That is such a crime. That guy, like, you know, when someone is the man having a man moment, the source, AVANESYAN is gonna be Conor Benn's getting out before AVANESYAN gets out.
Yes, I hear you, but like, AVANESYAN is going to be one of Conor Benn's. Conor Benn is going to have to fight him at some point.
I don't know if Conor Benn goes past that. If after this fight, you think Conor Benn is waiting around to do this domestic thing?
Yes, I do.
Really?
I don't think they're going to rush Conor Benn into something like a Sean Porter or something right now this year. Like, I don't see it happen. He's going to take time. They're going to keep slowly progressing, because you got to remember, like, Conor Benn didn't have the deep, crazy amateur background.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a slower build, because they need to gradually make sure he's learned this, he's learned that, he's seen this guy, seen that guy. So when I look at these little matchups, I think to myself, no, they're doing the right thing.
No, I'm hearing what you're saying, but I feel that Conor is gonna switch pace. What's gonna happen? Just calling this out, and I could be wrong. This is opinion. I think he fights this next fight that he's got, and I do think he takes on one of the legends. I do think he gets the KELL, BROOK, the KAHN, the random one, and then we just move. I believe that's what's going to happen. I think it's almost that, who says it? High risk, low reward. AVANESYAN, that's exactly what that is. Yeah? When it's like, you know what? To be honest, let me fight a legend, mash him up, move on. Because now that name is, what a name. And I can mix with the Sean Porters. Now, if I lose to Sean Porter, no disgrace. Come down, refocus, get back up there, because I don't think Conor Benn's here to wait around. In terms of what the plan for his career, you can see everything. The marketing looks good. He's crushing in the gym, bruv.
Crushing in the gym.
Everything he's doing is saying, oh, this bird's about to fly. Do you know what I mean? It's not, and I know it's source. I know it's source, but I'm saying that he must be saying to himself, and the way he was talking just in that AVANESYAN
look at it
thing.
like this, though. Eddie's got a fighter at 147.
Yeah.
He's not always had the fighter at 147. Josh Kelly showed some potential there.
Yeah.
He didn't become the guy that he needed to for Eddie to be like, yeah, I got a fighter at 147.
Yeah.
So now he does. He's going to protect him. You see the Boatsy treatment?
Yeah.
It's going to be a similar type of thing where it's like, I ain't putting you out there until I can believe that you're going to knock this one out.
But what if I tell you, because there's one thing I can say, that I'm getting to see a lot more of Conor Benn's belief. Just in himself. And what Conor Benn strikes me as the guy that says, I'll roll the dice. And I know Eddie wants to, but if I look at the way he spoke to Eddie, you see it? Yeah. That guy coming to your office every day and he's telling you, Eddie, get me that fight. After a while, I go, listen.
Yeah, but once you've got an Eddie in your corner,
yeah,
because a lot of guys who are like that don't have Eddie Hearn, yeah, and they want Eddie Hearn's guy. Eddie Hearn has him now. He's not gonna just throw. He's not gonna do something silly. Like you got Kell Brook versus Golovkin. That was like a roll of the dice.
Yeah.
You want it? Serious? Yeah, I'll do it. That's what that was. That wasn't a, all right, let's target this, let's do it. That wasn't a mapped out move.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So he ain't going to play these games with a Conor Benn.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you also got to remember, Conor Benn has Nigel Benn in his corner. He ain't going to, like, I'm not saying that he's actively crazy involved, but trust me, those Nigel Benn whispers on those phone calls,
Yeah.
they are received.
How's Nigel Benn talking to him?
Son, I think you should have a couple more fights, yeah? Then get Porter. I think we beat Porter. I think you have him.
I believe, you know what? I believe it goes a lot like that, but then I believe Conor's response back is going to be a response that no one is ready for. He's now talking to his dad. His dad just said that to him. His dad said that to him. And I think Conor's going to speak in another way.
Conor believing in himself as the active fighter in the equation is supposed to sound like I beat every man breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah? You can't just take that for gospel and make plans based on that. Because if he had his way, maybe he gets in there for Errol Spence this year.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Because I think Conor genuinely believes in himself to the high hills. And I think that's what you need. That's why everyone around him, the supporting cast, have got to be thinking, all right, we'll get there, but let's get this guy out of the way first. So
it's going to be really interesting. I just hope AVANESYAN get back in the mix, bro.
For real. But like, speaking of, Josh Taylor's name came up. Josh Taylor. Leonard Ellerbe, Gervonta Davis's promoter. Yeah. So obviously, Tank's gone up to 140 now, right? Same division as Josh Taylor.
Yeah.
Here's Ellerbe. He says, nobody knows who the F Josh Taylor is.
What?
He said, there's no money in that. That's how they're talking about Josh Taylor, the undisputed champ at the weight.
He cannot be serious.
Whilst Tank has a regular belt, this brother has the full titles. And he's saying, there's no money in that fight.
Things need to be checked.
Look what boxing is doing.
This is what happens. And this is, again, bro, it's one of them moments. And he says, nah, you can't say no chance. Yeah? What you said was a madness, big man. Leonard, I like you. Love the glasses. You look good, bruv.
You showed us love out in Las Vegas.
You showed us amazing love. But even with those great glasses you got, you can see that can't be true. Do you know what I mean? Like, the prescription you got, bro, can see that's nonsense.
I think Gervonta Davis fighting Josh Taylor adds to the superstar in a way that beating like another big name without the credentials does. Do you see what I'm saying? You beat Josh Taylor, the boxing community say, oh, you're real for real.
Bro.
Then all your fans and everything comes together, then we have Mayweather.
Oh, that's it.
A lot of these guys think that just building the brand and beating decent fighters is how you become Floyd. They don't realize that when Floyd was taking a piss out of Oscar De La Hoya, he beat De La Hoya. De La Hoya was the man. He was #1 golden boy. He said, I'm now the money man.
There you go. And when a man doesn't want to have a fight with someone, he says, it doesn't make sense financially.
Well, this is what I'm saying. And that's why it's different. And that's why even using Floyd as an example for what's happening today is bad. Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Floyd weren't moving crazy. Bro, he's got Ricky Hatton on his team, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley.
Come on.
Bro, like, Diego Corrales, like, Arturo Gatti, like, he was doing what he needed to do.
Real names.
So that's why it's like, people say, oh, look what Floyd's done to boxing. Nah, bro, Floyd was beating them guys, and then he created the persona and was like, cool, not only have I beaten the brothers that you rate, I'm also flashy, and all that other stuff where it's like, now I'm doing the stuff for the fans, the casual fans.
Gervonta could have all of the belts,
He could have
all of the belts, bro. That can happen in one fight. Because that's what it's up for. So let's say it's not worth the money. Take all the belts.
Telling you.
There's no wing. Your ring walk will look. Right now, they're talking like you're the most unified, greatest champion.
You remember when they
with these regular belts?
They would introduce Floyd.
Yeah.
2-time WBC 145 champion. He's your da-da-da-da-da. Because for time, Floyd be standing there.
That's it. Gervonta, you could have that intro.
The free time thing, it holds. But it's not the same, bro, because they're not the green straps.
Look at the weight that they're taking from them titles that he has. So now, listen, set up. Don't listen to Leonard.
Yeah, man have to realize that there's levels to this whole thing. It's like, cool, you can have I'm a brand, I'm a superstar, calm. But you got to have those moments, those accolades.
Do you reckon he doesn't want it?
I don't think he doesn't want it. I think there's, again, we look at Conor Benn and we talk about the supporting cast. Gervonta Davis' supporting cast is heavily involved. Floyd and Leonard Ellerbe. Gervonta Davis doesn't even speak at the press conferences. Now, I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, he does speak. He just gets talked over. I don't think that's a bad thing. Some men ain't gifted with the ability to have the charisma and the personality.
Yeah.
Cool, you do boxing. That's fine.
The charismaticness is coming.
I feel that the potential is there.
Yeah.
Given the freedom to grow, it would grow. But in the meantime, I'm not mad at there being somebody speaking. Look at what Eddie Hearn does with the guys. Like, he shows up and he talks. Yeah. So I'm not against that. But at the same time, man have to be striving for greatness.
100%.
That stands in any convo rather than, yeah, but he made more money than anybody else at that time.
Yeah.
There's only so much times we're going to want to hear that.
Yeah. Listen, boxing, get your act together.
For real, man. And you know what? Here's what I want to do just for the comments. We won't even get into that now. Fantasy fight. Thomas Hitman Hearns versus Canelo. How do you see that fight going at 160? I would say 147, but Canelo weren't really busy at 147. So just imagine them at their primes, prime for prime, right? Say they both met at 154 at whatever time. How does that fight go? Get in the comments and let us know. We'll talk about that on Monday Night Smoke.
Wicked. All right, people, look after yourself. Don't forget, turn on the notification tab. You'll see us here soon.
For real. Take care, people. Have a great week.
Okay. Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.